podcast. We're here with Manuel The Band. This is our second guest ever, and they're represented today by MG. This is Manuel Grajeda. Oh! Cue those kids! Those kids!
Welcome to the podcast, Manuel.
Yeah, welcome, buddy.
AKA MG, AKA Slick Rick, AKA...
How many balls does it take to name your band after yourself? And I ain't mad at you because obviously our podcast is the Eynon Brothers podcast.
Yeah,
so we
exactly.
Look, we went down the same road.
Yeah. So. No, I mean as far as like where it came from, or just like.
Yeah, how'd you come up with the name?
Yeah, where'd you find that name?
What was the inspiration behind the name?
I signed something one day.
Yeah.
That's it. No, I just at the time when the band first started, I just kind of figured. Honestly, it wasn't. I don't know if it was really like formed as a band yet. It was more just.
So you were like the person. You're like, I'm representing me.
Yeah. I was playing songs that I was writing and coming up with, and I was like, well, I want to get my name out there, and I want to push these songs. And I thought I was going to be doing like small acoustic gigs. To be honest with you, I didn't really think it would ever get to as many people are in it now.
Yeah.
So it's. Kind of it just seemed the most
logical
answer.
At
the time, yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Manuel the Band.
So and again, we're here with MG, and his name is Manuel Grajeda. That's what we're joking about. But I've known Manuel for about I think 9 years. So I met MG when he came out. He moved. Where'd you move from again?
Vermont.
And this was what 2008 or 9?
2009. End of 2009. At the end of August.
Okay, and then MG, he signed up. He was going to junior college.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the same school, and he kind of joined our group of friends. And at the time, I was doing like short films, and MG actually came out to one of like my movies that I came. I think it was at the Cinema Fusion. It was Freedom Fighters.
The eye gouging scene.
That's right. That's it. The blood pumping out, and then after that, I just you would always tell me, hey, I have a show here and there. You were playing with the band. I think at the time it was called Rook's Empire.
Yeah, the Rook's Empire.
So
yeah.
The only reason I know that there might be some of the same guys in the current lineup is because there was a dude in Rook's Empire who had the biggest afro puff in the world, dude.
Frobro, yeah.
I was kind of wishing he was here today.
Yeah, no, I wish he could be. He's working. He's actually my roommate. So
shout out to Frobro, man.
Shout out to Frobro.
Nice.
He's always deserving of that.
So is he the only other member that you're still playing with from Rook's Empire days? Or?
Yeah. He's the only one that's still there. Everybody's still pretty cool though.
Can you take us in the transition from where you started to like kind of where you're at now?
Okay, yeah. Like musically?
Yeah.
I guess, not to go too far back, but in high school, I started playing. My mom always got on me in high school, like, you should join choir, I know you'll love it, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I was like, no, Mom, I gotta be cool. I gotta play soccer. I never made it into
I wanna do hardcore rap.
But, so anyways, by my senior year, I kind of, I guess, developed some confidence in that. Or no, my junior year I did like a talent show, and that was awesome, and then kind of got into choir and loved it, and just really kind of embraced music, and then joined a band. And living in a small town, if you're in a band, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So that was fun, and I guess
you said there was only 1,500 people from where you were before.
Yeah, my original town was
gnarly.
Like 1,500 people, Sharon, Vermont. But I went to high school in a town next door, and that had a couple more thousand, I guess.
I think we have 10,000 probably in this little radius right around.
Yeah, right? It's such a huge difference.
Yeah.
And that band was called Jamal Green and the Plantains.
Jamal
Green, dude.
Yeah,
Plantains.
Jamal Green and the Funky Bunch.
It was so fun because we didn't even name it.
What y'all up to?
Yeah. So was there a black front man with a name like that, or no?
It's the whitest town you can. Then I kind of just carried that whole idea of being in a band out here when I moved, and one thing led to another, and I met Frobro, and I met the bass player at the time. His name was Ryan, and another guy Brandon Frobro. His name is Brandon Charlesworth. Another guy in the band was named Brandon Stoner, and then for some reason we all kind of got together, and one thing led to another, and boom, Rook's Empire was born.
So the last time I saw you play, you were playing with Rook's Empire at D Piazza's. I unfortunately haven't gotten to see you guys play as Manuel the Band.
Oh, you should.
And I can't wait. And I wanted to go. You invited me to the aquarium show, so you guys played recently at the aquarium, right?
Yeah, the night dive there. That's a sweet gig.
Yeah.
Right in front of the tank.
That's rad.
It's like, you got Free Willy was going by, right?
Nice show.
Yeah.
The little turtle.
Yeah. Dude. I married the wrong woman.
And you guys are super active now. You guys won Battle of the Band San Diego. You won Coachella Valley Showcase.
Nice.
That's all rock and roll, man.
It's pretty rock and roll. Well, so we won the preliminary rounds for the Coachella Valley Showcase, but the actual final round is on May 1st. And we're actually competing in Huntington Beach. There's like a Surf City's Got Talent thing down there, and that's.
I just moved from there.
Huntington Beach?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was the resident for like, I don't know, 8 years or something.
Did you dig it?
At first I did. It was great. I lived a mile from the beach. And I was like, oh, cool, you live a mile from the beach. How often do you go to the beach? I'm like, I've been there like 2 years.
I see it on
It's
my
like having a swimming pool, you know?
Yeah.
When you have a swimming pool, it's great for the first year. But then it's like, after that, you're just like, oh, yeah, that's water.
That's the beach.
Yeah, there's the water.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
So, when you moved on from Rook's Empire, how long was the gap between Rook's Empire and Manuel the Band, or was there another band in between?
There was another band in between. That was called Caught Off Guard, and Brandon and I were part of that, along with a buddy of mine, Jeremy Grinikoff, and his brother Zach.
Cool.
So we did that for about a year, and they're both Zach and Jeremy and Brandon. All of them are just. I've been really fortunate to play with some very awesome and talented and just outrageous players,
and to really okay, so when I'm listening to the songs, obviously for those who haven't actually gone to Spotify or iTunes yet and get on there and listen to Manuel the Band, you are the singer. We haven't actually said that yet, but you are the singer.
Yeah.
And are you also lead guitar on all the songs? Because some of the solos, like at the end of I was like in my notes at the end of "Fucked It With You."
Oh,
I love the guitar work on that, dude, and I really want to give you like a track by track breakdown, but the guitar tone on that was top notch.
Yeah, actually, I can't take credit for that ending solo. That's the guy that we record with and produced with. His name's Alan Morris.
Okay.
He's awesome, and he actually comes in and plays bass or guitar sometimes. Just like one of the nicest, coolest, most talented guitar player, just musician, just has an ear for everything.
Yeah.
Just really cool dude. And he actually ripped that solo at the end of.
It's great.
With you. Yeah, it's ripped
really
it,
good.
He really killed it.
What I noticed is that, and we'll get it more into it, in the guitar work in the beginning of Thinking of You, which kicks off the EP. Also great guitar. Was that the same guy, or was that when you?
He did the beginning solo. I did like a little interlude solo in there. I think as far as like a lead guitar player, I think that's more of a recent confidence thing.
Yeah.
I've always kind of had someone else take it because I've never really saw myself as a lead guitar player. I was always playing. I love rhythm. I love chords. I like the way they work. And I can sing.
Yeah, you're always the singer.
Yeah, there's always a light on the singer, and it's nice when you kind of can show everybody else who's playing with you, like,
especially when you got cool socks like that, man.
Oh yeah,
Tommy is a big fan.
I love
of funny socks.
Yeah, it's sock game. It's
sock game, bro. Sock game is huge, dude. I'll go get them all right now.
Yeah, it's the way to go.
So was the whole record with your EP, was the whole thing recorded in 2017, or was this? And where did you guys record it at?
Yeah, let's see. So it was a while ago. So that was recorded in Garden Grove with Alan. Alan at his studio there. He has a little home studio, sweet setup too.
Awesome.
So we did it there, and that was Alan, Brandon, and myself. So there's only 3 of us involved in that.
So has he actually produced like a bunch of bands before, or was this his first time?
He's done quite a bit of production. He has his own record out. It's called Fly By Wire. That's a sick record. For anybody listening, check that out. Alan is a really talented lyricist and guitar player. Just musician in general. But I believe I know he's recorded other stuff, and I know he's recording other people now. So I know he keeps busy.
Yeah.
So whenever we go, we actually just finished up recording some tracks for the 2 new songs that we're going to be releasing pretty soon with him. We just finished up recording some horn parts and some guitar parts and piano parts.
Yeah, dude, I wanted to ask you about that because in most of and it might be buried in the mix.
Yeah.
That there are like the current songs that are on Spotify. Is there already a horn or brass section in there? Because
no, those are I think the most like.
Was it Matt Kalin and Rich Fernandez that are...
Richard Fernandez.
Richard.
Richard.
He's going to hear his name on here and go...
Matt Kalin.
Matt Kalin. Dude, Matt Kalin.
Wait, how many are you now?
Matt Kalin is like the Bono,
6.
dude, of your band, dude. He is the Bono of your band.
Oh, he's going to love that, yeah. He's the man.
You can tell, man. He has experience on his belt.
Yeah.
For everybody listening, we should just break it down. How many band members do you have, and what do they play each?
Okay, yeah. So there's 6 of us. There's Brandon Charlesworth, also known as Frobro. He plays the drum. Frobro on the drum kit.
Yeah.
There is Kevin Nowaki. He plays the bass.
Okay.
There's Richard Fernandez. He plays trumpet as well as trombone.
Very
as
cool.
well as like everything else.
Keyboards.
Just like he can
One-man
play
band.
everything. Yeah, right?
Nice.
Like, I'm doing this, Richard.
Yeah.
So he's a talent, but for the band, he mainly sticks to those 2. Matt Kalin, he does saxophone, and he's also been messing around with some keys lately too, kind of like in the background stuff. Really, really cool.
Yeah,
nice.
Awesome ear.
Where'd you guys find that guy?
Actually, a previous member brought him to us, and he just clicked, and yeah, it just worked out.
Nice. And that's all 6 of you guys?
Then there's George Madrid on the pedal steel. George plays pedal steel, and everyone, like, whoever sees that, just like, what's the pedal
what is pedal steel?
It's like, it's like this contraption. It's like, he sits down, and he just comes up
Checks
with
his MySpace.
Facebook. Just checking in. He sometimes will have his phone there with like the chords on the like little tuner things, and he just sits there and he like, what song are we playing? Oh yeah. And it's just this perfect melody, and he always has this like, was that cool? Did you guys like that? George, that was sick. All right, if you think so. All right, George,
man.
that was amazing. Like,
It was amazing.
like everyone in the band is so talented.
Nice.
It's honestly like it's the coolest thing to go into a band, and then like you always want to impress the crowd. You always want to impress whoever you're showing. But I think the most fun part for us, and maybe this is a little selfish, is we go in and we try to impress each other.
That's good. That's good.
And I think that's a really kind of fun thing to do. Like there'll be times when like George will do like a riff, and everyone just like that stink face, just oof.
Yeah.
You
guys are all
Jesus.
competing.
Jeez. Yeah.
I love the stink
like
face. That's awesome.
There's always tensions in bands, right? It's so.
Yeah.
Are we talking like do you guys have like the Guns N' Roses feuds? You know, where
These songs are mine.
Like people are people throwing bottles and Manuel the Band like the EP?
I would say that things are much more mellow now. There was a brief period of time where there was some previous members that just
didn't click.
Just didn't click, and that's okay because that
Personality.
happens.
No druggies or anything like that.
No druggies, nothing like that. But
we do heroin. I mean, but it's not a big deal. It's under control. That black tar, that's a good shit.
The thing with working with like just. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I've been very fortunate to work with some talented people, and whether or not they clicked with this group, I know that they'll click either with themselves or with playing just for themselves or with other people. And the people who have been in and out of this band, just because this wasn't a click, doesn't any way take away from their talent as players. They're like everybody that I've played with has just been a phenomenal player.
In what ways do you guys try to like impress each other? As far as like having,
I don't know.
Is
if
it the
like,
socks? Is it,
Dude,
these pants are way tighter than your pants, bro. See my chode.
Who's got best hair?
Yeah, I try to win that one every time.
I think you won, dude.
Yeah.
We're now Frobro.
Yeah,
Frobro takes first.
There's some competition with.
It's a landslide. You guys are at this point just fighting for.
He's got random stuff stuck in his hair.
I just want silver, man.
There's my remote.
Lost your cell phone?
I would say I don't know if competition's the right word because it's really not. It's not competition. It's more just like this, like whatever you just did there. That was incredible.
Yeah.
Just let's keep bringing that about. And I think that all is like very fueling.
That kind of lifts the group up too.
Well, it makes you want to be better.
Yeah.
And I think that applies to not only just music but to anything.
Everything.
Or maybe I don't know about like surgery. Like I so cut this. Like, I don't know if it applies to that.
I cut the shit out of that guy.
Took that heart out so fast.
Yeah.
Did you see those stitches? Perfect.
Yeah.
Who's writing all the songs?
So as far as like lyrics and music go, the writing process is interesting. I would say that for the most part, I write the riffs and the music, and then the lyrics are always mine.
The lyrics are always yours?
Yeah, I get really into like the personality of the song. Usually they're very personal songs. They're never generic. They're never just like this general, like, I need to write about a breakup. Like,
I was going to ask you.
All right, and I want you to be 100% honest.
Yeah.
How many? There's 4 songs. How many women do these songs involve? Because they're all about women, man.
Yeah.
I've broken them down.
He's like, my mom,
Oreo,
yeah,
Oreo the cat.
She never let me go out and play.
Yeah, right. I would say that, let's see, so, there's, Fucked It With You is a very specific song about a very specific relationship that I had that I felt like I fucked it up. And it's funny, I sent that song to her, and she sent it back, and she was like, it sounds like a Christian rock band. I was like, wow, fuck.
No, yeah. So, Fucked It With You was, when I listened to it, I felt like it was an honest song. You were being honest with yourself and honest with everybody else. You're like, maybe a little self-defeat, but you admitted in the song that you messed it up with this girl, but in the same token, you also found something else that you wanted. Maybe this foreign girl that you were talking about in the song. Oh, whoever that was, maybe she had something to do with messing the whole thing up. If you want to go into that, that's up to you.
I think the foreign girl will always have something to do with.
It's always a foreign girl, ain't it?
Yeah, right. The foreign girl, she's something else. But yeah, I mean, at the time, I just kind of, I guess not just, but just kind of come out of that relationship. And wasn't really looking for anything super, I guess, intense, or I wasn't looking for anything that would kind of anchor me. I didn't want to be anchored. And I don't know, and that's, I think a thing that I guess people struggle with all the time. But yeah, I guess, Fucked It With You is a very honest song, very candid about like, hey, my bad. I'm sorry.
I like that. And so I know you guys recorded it like last year.
Yeah.
So was this something that took place? Are all your songs always things that are happening like at that time, or do you tend to like hold on to maybe memories and be like, okay, I'm gonna hold on to that song or that? You know, like, are you even still talking to these girls? Where
Who are these girls? Yeah, that sounds so weird.
They're like big fans of the show. Are they handling the merch now, or what's going on?
No, I would say like for the other 3 songs on the EP, they're about another relationship that I had, and those songs, even though they came together and were recorded in that specific year, they were about different phases of where I was at different times. They just happened to be recorded. I've been playing those songs for quite some time.
Okay.
So like the other 3 songs were about another relationship that I had when I first moved out to California. But yeah, I would say they're very time specific. They're very much about what was happening at that point. Thank you.
Yeah.
And what was I thinking? What was going on? Blah 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 blah. I don't want to write songs about just like I cared about her, and it's not generic. It's like, well, what the hell was happening? Like, what about this person did I mess up, or what about this person did I care about? Why did I care so much? Why did this person care for me?
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's tough enough, I think, for some people to even talk about maybe a relationship that didn't work out, let alone podcast and write a song and play it in front of people and tell your story.
Yeah.
So when you play these songs that are about women that were in your life, you know, does it still bring back...
All these bitches and all...
Does it still bring back a feeling? What is that like for you?
Yeah. I mean...
all these bitches.
Yeah.
Hey, someone here go
Yeah, I mean, I think there's always a part of me that whatever relationship I was in or whatever the situation was at the time, there's still people leave their mark on you all the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Little remnants, you know.
Yeah, there's little remnants. I mean, that's all, like if I'm writing a song, and the thing, I don't just write about women. First of all, like I don't just write about relationships. I've actually tried more recently to kind of steer away from that and kind of write more about like, oh shit, life. How am I gonna pay off student loans? Yeah,
student loans.
Just like being very honest about just general
I can help you with that.
But I do think love and loss are definitely themes that come up a lot, and it helps to get them out.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What's your writing process for like writing a song? Like, what kind of mood do you have to be in, and like how does that formulate?
Place.
God, man, I wish I knew.
Yeah.
I try to figure that out all the time.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a solid question. I mean, I've been on spring break this week, and for some reason, I just wrote. Yeah, right. Just wrote, and then it's funny. Like I don't know whether it's the mood. I like to be alone. I like to be in my room usually, and
naked or clothed.
Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah. Flashbacks of Coachella. You're like, what are they doing? They have that yodeling kid there now. You're like, I won that shit last year. Now they got the yodeling kid. You know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah. The
Walmart yodeling kid is like he's like a meme now, but he's
like
a meme game.
He's like
he was such a big deal that
he's like a little 7-year-old kid with like cowboy boots and like played in like a Walmart. He's like yodeling, and then now everybody like made a meme about him. Like, okay, the next step in
they want to laugh at him,
and he actually made it to Coachella. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's crazy some of the stuff I see at Coachella. I've never actually been to Coachella, but some of the names that I hear that make it to Coachella, and I check them out, and I'm like,
what about the Coachella Valley Festival that you guys won?
So the Coachella Valley is just where it's located. It's not like anything associated with Coachella. It's just where it's located.
Right.
And that's just like a showcase, and if you win, you get like a song recorded, which would be awesome. And then a photo shoot, and then like $2,000. So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, you do big bucks, man.
Yeah, I mean, any band needs big bucks. So to kind of move forward, you need some cash. That's just kind of the reality of it.
So you're on spring break. Is that spring break from school? Or did you graduate already? Or
I graduated. I'm a teacher. So
you are?
Yeah, I teach high school history.
Wow,
no way,
dude! We had no clue.
That was actually been my next question. Is just like, what is your day job, and like, what do you do?
Yeah, I teach high school history at a private school in Huntington Beach.
Crazy. What school?
It's called Fusion Academy.
Is it like a elementary school, high school?
It's a middle school, high school. I would say majority high school students.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a good job. I love.
What grade are you teaching?
I teach 9th through 12th, just all levels of history. So everything from like cultural geography to U.S. world history.
What made you get into that?
My degree from college is in history. So I figured.
Where did you go to after Long Beach City?
Chapman.
Wow.
It's a good school.
I love it. Yeah, I had a great time.
Chapman kids are crazy.
Yeah. They are crazy, man.
They can party.
Yeah, they do. It's just like, let's just get crazy.
Yeah, I used to be in the nightlife promoting industry, and Chapman kids were like always like the best parties that we would throw with.
They're pretty Bill London. Yeah. My buddy Bill London went there for film.
Dude, yeah, Dodge Film School, man. They put a lot into Dodge, and I believe they get a lot out of Dodge. Like those, I remember even in classes, like meeting kids that were like in history classes for some reason, just because like they have to.
Yeah.
And I remember this one kid would just come in and be like, "Hey man, like, can you just tell me what I need to know? I gotta go." And I believed him because I knew he was up all night working on God knows what, and then would just sleep during the day, and then he would go back to school, take classes, go to work at night, and then go back to sleep. Like just mind-blowing work ethics to go to Dodge, and my hat was always out for those guys. Yeah, right. They did it though.
I don't think you've ever at any point posted that you were a teacher, dude. I had no clue. I work at a school too right now, and we had our spring break last week. But I get it. Like we're not posting pictures of what we're doing during the day. It's just podcast. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean the whole like any social media we have is it's gonna be for the band. So and my own personal life, that's my thing.
Do you even have
you're not gonna
personal?
Be doing Snapchats like teaching these fucking kids.
Wait, what grade is it?
9th through 12.
9th through 12. Yeah.
So are they like? Do they treat you like a rock star, or are they like they all know you're in a band, or what's it like?
It's pretty open. They're pretty aware that I'm in a band.
You're like movie day again. What's up? All right. We're gonna see how
movie day again. I gotta work on those lyrics, so you'll be fine.
What's that movie with Nicolas Cage where he goes to like find all those things? What's it called?
Oh, National Treasure.
Watching National Treasure.
Part 2. You just put on the longest movie, dude. Like, some old John Wayne.
This is gonna take us at least 4 days,
dude. Roots. We're watching Roots again.
Yeah, that was always the best feeling, dude. When you walked into class and you see that TV that's like strapped to that thing on wheels. You're just
it's paused and it's ready.
It's
ready to play. Now I know that the teachers actually enjoy movie days as much as the students probably.
Because they paused it at the beginning, like I'm not watching this.
Yeah, that's dude. Yeah, man. Dude, freaking watch Roots.
What's your favorite subject to talk about to these kids?
I love teaching econ and government. Those are the 12th grade capstone classes to like finish off social studies, which is interesting because where I grew up, I didn't have to take either of those. So when I got out here, they were saying like, you have to teach these.
I'm an idiot. So what can you elaborate on what that is?
Economics.
Yeah, economics, just like economic theory, supply and demand. Mm-hmm. What's going on in the world and why is it so fucked? Like things like that. And then government is just analyzing like 3 branches, other types of government. And it's crazy because the more I teach, the more I learn, and I feel like I become like just super informed. Mm-hmm. So like my views and opinions a year ago have been like, and in no way, shape, or form am I like, this is 100% informed individual, but I do feel much more informed about what's going on and how things kind of operate.
You're like, so, but what I told you yesterday, Trump just changed all that today, so forget everything you learned.
Yeah, right. Supply demand no longer applies.
It no longer applies to these studies.
But, so it's always really interesting, and I truly do love teaching.
What's the best grade that you feel like is the most, like your favorite grade?
I think 12th is probably like those students. I'm lucky this year. I have a lot of really awesome seniors that are
little hot little 18-year-olds. I'm just kidding.
Is that Me Too movement, dude?
But I would say 12th grade is probably my favorite. Just because at that point they're almost at that age where they're about to either go to college or make some life-changing decision. So you can kind of
freaking start now. We're just gonna sit here and talk to you about like how many detentions do you give them?
But anyway, I love teaching.
Has anybody spit a spitball at you? Yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah, they're good kids. It's a good place to work.
We're in Huntington.
It's right across. Do you know where Old World is? That German community. It's like right there.
Old World.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where they have all the like German like.
Oktoberfest.
Heute Schweine. $16 beers tonight. Very cool.
You know what? I always wanted to go on like around the Halloween time when they have that Old World that's like popping off.
Good times.
I lived there for almost like 10 years, dude, and I never ever went.
Dude, it's good times. Yeah. I was 2 years ago.
Big stein of beer.
Yeah. You went straight from the school to Old World, huh?
Well, sometimes we do that. Like on Fridays, like that's where we're at. But it's
all right, guys, get it together. Here we go. Last period of the day.
Issue those report cards.
I had 9 pints on my lunch break.
Really fuzzy report card.
I'm kidding. Finish your sentence. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say 2 years ago we ended up going over there. It was my first year teaching at this school, and we went over there. We had a meeting the next day. And I felt terrible. They all knew.
You were hungover.
So hungover.
Just seen it.
Absolutely trashed the night before, and just the next day I went in and I had to stand up the whole time.
You're sweating booze.
The principal's like, MG.
I mean, they all knew. They were there the night before too. But
you were singing Oingo Boingo on karaoke the night before.
Chicken dance. They played the chicken dance.
Cue the chickens.
Cue the chickens. Get the chickens out of here.
That's tight, man.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So are all the teachers your age there, or it's like, are you partying with the 50-year-olds, or is
there any hotties in there?
Yeah. Come on, MG, let's go.
I would say the majority of the teachers are like mid-20s to mid-30s.
Okay, yeah.
With occasional ups and occasional youngers. So
that's cool, man. I actually am still in contact with my 4th and 5th grade teacher. She was like both my 4th and 5th. And I see her online now, and I follow her. And I follow her. And it's so funny. She's like always like in a brewery or like a winery. Yeah. I'm like, dude, she turns up.
Teachers, when it's not teaching time, it's not teaching time.
Dude, shout out to Miss CJ if you're listening.
Hello.
That's hilarious.
So how often do you ever bring the guitar into class and play for the kids? And
I bring it into class when I have a gig after school.
Okay. So you got all your stuff in the car?
We're going to learn about some old shit.
You bring it in the end?
I'll bring it in. I'll just leave the case in there. The kids are. It's a really cool place to work. Just because I would say it's
because they're all white. I'm just kidding. Joking.
Arpeggiated lessons on Abraham Lincoln.
Exactly. But all the kids are very, very cool about it. They're just like Manuel teaches and then goes and rocks out. Like that's kind of the attitude. It's not really like
that's cool.
It's not like a huge thing. So it's nice. It's nice.
So when are you gonna start writing songs about history? I'm just kidding.
The Revolution.
Benjamin Franklin. He got shot.
Yeah, right.
The stupid key. I had a question for you. What are your favorite artists and like who are your inspirations?
Yeah, and how has that changed over time?
Oh, how has it changed over time? So, started off for me, I guess.
It all started when I lost my mother. I'm just kidding.
Hungry.
I'm sorry, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Papa Roach. Flashbacks.
I'm sorry.
Papa Roach. I remember Papa Roach.
Tear my heart open, sew myself shut. These scars remind me.
Great band.
I would say like folky, like reggae rock. This band Dispatch. They're from Vermont. That's
Hashtag Vermont.
Yeah, that was.
What's going on in Vermont these days?
I think, I haven't been back in a while. My friend just went there actually, and she was saying, she's like, I loved it. Built snowman. I was like, wow.
A cool story, dude.
That's fantastic.
Beep. Beep.
But yeah, I would say when I first moved out here, Dispatch, like Dave Matthews Band, those are all like huge. Like I gotta be like ants marching. I gotta write "Lie in Our Graves." Like, I gotta write all these kind of songs, and then
it kind of gives me like a Jack Johnson kind of feel to it, like a real chill beach vibe.
Yeah,
I dig it.
There's definitely in that EP. I would say the sound now with the horns has definitely changed. Like the sound is much more different.
Kind of like a Sublimey kind of feel to it.
I would say there's definitely some Sublime feel. And then I guess over time it just kind of I started listening to a lot of John Mayer. I got really into John Mayer.
I remember because when we were in junior college, you actually played with one of our friends. I think at a venue, and you were playing like 2 or 3 different Van Morrison and John Mayer.
Yeah, a little slow dancing in a burning
Slayer.
That song's so good. But yeah, I got really into John Mayer, and then Young the Giant. Actually, I had some friends that
great band.
Dude, I saw them when they were the Jakes. Actually,
the Jakes, yeah.
You know who played with them was our last guest, John LaFalla. He played a show with them, or they opened for the Jakes before they became Young the Giant.
That's right. I remember him telling me that.
That's
so crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny because I knew one of the guitar players. His ex-girlfriend was the one who introduced me to them as the Jakes.
Yeah.
When I first moved out here, and they have this one song called Texas Tea.
Yeah.
And the ending of it is just like this super epic, like
great.
Yeah, just super. And I remember listening to that and be like, what was that?
Dude, they were even sharp when I saw them in 2000, probably 4 or 5. And they looked like...
Have they been around that long?
Jeez. They've been around for a very long time. They were young. They were playing at Hoagie Barmichael's bar, and they were playing with, at that time, with John's band. I think it was The Glorious Midnight Sky. But they looked like the Killers, when the Killers first started, where they where they were wearing like the suits and the ties, and they were all metroed out. Yeah, they totally
kind
were.
Of matches Samir, right?
They were they were totally metroed out when they were the Jakes. Yeah,
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude.
That's great. I mean, I love the Jakes. I love because it's so funny to kind of see how raw like cough syrup sounded.
Yeah.
And then when they become Young the Giant, like how like that sound changed.
Yeah, just stadium sounds.
Yeah.
You know?
What can rock out?
Yeah.
This works.
With everybody, huh?
Yeah, but it's just a good song. But yeah, so I would say that those are probably my biggest like core influences that I still to this day will listen to like the albums over and over and just be like, what did they do here? Why did they do that? This is cool. Like, there's definitely, I would feel like there's sounds and riffs and licks that I definitely have looked at and been like, that's awesome. How can I kind of utilize something like that?
That's cool. I mean, look, as a teacher, you could have been the next Raffi, but Baby Beluga. Yeah. But I think it's super cool. You know, when I played Tommy, I think we started off with Thinking of You. I loved the classic guitar intro. I think, and we already talked about Fucked It With You. So Thinking of You.
Yeah.
I love the classic guitar.
Can you watch your fucking language, please?
Yeah, I think the intro classic rock guitar sound amazing, dude. So it did have like the John Mayer feel and everything like that.
Yeah.
John Mayer.
What is it? What is it, dude? So this one's about a girl not giving you enough attention. And
it's so sad.
What is this?
It's so sad.
You're trying to capture her and she just won't look at
my wrists.
What is that? What's going on here, dude?
Yeah, shit.
Because some of those lyrics, and I tried to find lyrics online, some of them you're just so down on yourself. You're just like, I'm just like, dang, dude, he went all the way down, dude.
Yeah.
Below 20.
Just started digging 6 feet under it. I don't know. Thinking of You, I think it was more of like this kind of like. Man, that's such a crazy song to think about. That's like the one song that's kind of lasted with us. Like That was one of the first songs I wrote when I moved to California, and it's like one of the ones we still play to this day.
That's cool.
It's like that from that album, like I would say, Thinking of You, or that EP, Thinking of You is the one song, and Fucked It With You too. But more Thinking of You is still that one song that we really drag out and just rock to still.
Yeah.
Still has a lot of power. Anyways, back to your question, full circle. I would say that the song, I guess, is about just being, I guess, a little unsure of what I wanted from that relationship or what I was doing in it, and then at the same time also, I guess, not wanting that person to go, don't go too far. Like I like you.
I want to keep her in your circle.
Yeah, I want to be free, but at the same time, like,
be my side bae.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it was a side bae. Like I cared about. I still do care about that person. We're still really good friends.
Friends with benefits.
No, she's happily married. She's a fantastic person. Just right. But she's
just got a great ass. I mean, a great ass personality.
But she's just like one of the most kind people, and the relationship we had was very. It was very. I guess it changed me. It made me kind of realize what it was to have a relationship, have somebody, and be happy with that person.
It just made you give it like an introspect on your own life.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like, I mean, when you're in a relationship with somebody, I mean, both of you guys, I'm sure, can attest to this.
Yeah.
You think about them a lot.
Yeah.
And
like,
I guess
why didn't you
I think musicians think about, because not only are you around them, but then you're singing about them, you're writing about them.
Yeah.
Life is consumed a lot of times by your relationships when you're in love or you're in a relationship.
Yeah, a relationship. It's
either a relationship or a relationship.
Yeah.
And
good song by Confess, by the way. Go on.
We'll come back to that.
Relationship.
Later.
Yeah, it's real.
Bullet point.
But yeah, they take up your time, but in the best way possible, or so you hope. And I've been very fortunate to, whether the relationship was awesome or whether it had its different tumultuous affairs or whatever, I've been lucky to to learn from that relationship, and for the most part, I still talk to and hang out with any of those people, just because I feel like I've always been pretty straightforward about what I wanted and things.
Sure.
And I write about that. And those people have changed me in ways that I don't regret at all. So.
Yeah. Where do you see the band, like, short-term goal? Like, where do you guys see yourself in the next couple of years? And like, what is your guys' long-term goal? Like, where do you guys want to be at? Where do you see yourself?
So short-term, we actually set a goal for ourselves to play a music festival. We nailed that one. We're going to be playing one in the next couple of months. So I'm really excited about that.
The Eynon Brothers should probably come out and see you guys play.
Yeah, you guys got to come out. Yeah, we'll talk about some. I'll show you some of the dates.
See my garage. It's gonna be crazy.
MG brought us merch, by the way.
Yeah,
we're super stoked. We're gonna promote that.
Please. So short-term goal, I would say right now is getting the two new songs out. That's I think the biggest short-term goal.
What are these two new songs called?
So one's called Casual Love. That's gonna be the first one, and then the next one is called Strong Independent Woman. So yeah.
Miss Independent.
Yeah.
So I play back the part in the podcast where you said, I'm not going to write about women so much.
I know, right? Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm trying not to rant.
No,
it's cool, man.
No, so for a long term, what is what do you dream of? Like, I'm going to be on stage in front of a million people at, like, XYZ, or, like, I want to be, like, I want to have
Woodstock.
I want to be number one on XYZ charts, or, like, what is, like, your...
Yeah, I mean, I think all musicians kind of have that. I mean, I can't speak for all musicians, but I do think that most musicians have that goal of, like, just playing for so many people. Like, that's such a high. Even play like to a room that's crowded, you're just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But
you guys have grown. You have grown. I saw.
Like, what's up, Starbucks? How y'all doing?
I saw you at a coffee shop with John.
She's got a grande.
I saw you at DiPiazza's with 40.
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing pictures of you guys playing festivals, and your guys are winning.
It's cool, man. It's really cool.
Rad.
The competitions and stuff, that's been pretty gnarly. But I think, as far as, like, long-term goals go, like, playing Coachella would be, I think, pretty rad. Playing big festivals like that would be awesome.
I feel like that's where the money's at.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be great, too. But I think the cool thing about this band is, like, money's always nice. Money's definitely needed as far as, like, capital to move things forward.
Mm-hmm.
You need it.
Right.
But we don't need it to make stuff.
You don't.
And that's, I think, one of the coolest things with this band is everyone is there because they hear the riff and they're like, yeah, I can work with that. Let's run with it. And the process of making music lately has been much more like, I'll come in like with this riff and be like, what do you guys think of this? And it's just been like this skeleton and then just muscles from every other person. Yeah. Just like, well, what if we did it like this? Or what if we changed this and blah, 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 blah.
That's so cool.
And like the idea, what I was hearing in my head becomes this like
reality.
Awesome. Amazing, more than what I thought. Yeah. And that just is that's just a testament to George and Brandon and Richard and Matt and Kevin just like all coming together and being like, yeah, that's cool. But what if we just added this or added that?
Yeah.
And that's just super
Things
cool.
you wouldn't think of. I love that, dude. I really do.
That's rad.
You
Me
know,
too.
The dynamics of a band all finally being on the same page in a room together.
Yeah.
You know, and everything's just working.
And everybody's just stoked. Like, oh, dude, what if we did this?
Yeah.
Like, that makes it just the energy. It just feels good.
That's tight.
Absolutely.
You're like, what we're doing is like moving forward, and it feels just awesome. Mm-hmm. Like that's how. Like when I get together with Mitch and we talk about a future podcast or what we want to do, where we're gonna want to go. It's just like. We're just like so excited. We even have like a lot of time in between these weeks to even talk to each other. But it's just like when we do, we're just like, oh, dude, what if we do this? We have to do that. We're taking notes, and it's just like
after our last podcast where we had our first guest, Tommy and I were discussing. Hey, this was last Sunday, and I said, "Who's like, who do you want to do next?" I was like, I'll ask my friend MG.
Yeah.
And I hit you up, and you were like, "Dude, I'll do it. You know,
I'll
do it. Let me talk. Yeah." And it's super cool, so yeah, dude. When everything's firing on full cylinders, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And dude, you know what? I wanted to talk to you about this next song because this one was my favorite, and I honestly think this was the standout track of the EP. Was "You'll Be Fine." I know it's the title of the EP. For me, this was probably. It wasn't just a standout track. It was probably the most emotional. I loved the chord changes.
Thanks.
I really liked the vocals.
Thank you. Yeah.
The songwriting, it was great. I was really impressed by it. I think the best ending to a song was "Fucked It With You," but this song to me was really strong. It was a breakup song. I felt you're sorry that she's hurt, but you even told her hush now.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, be quiet. You're gonna be okay. But dude, that is such the chorus on that is really good.
Thank you.
That's a really good song.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, just it's a breakup song. It was a tough one to write.
Drifting higher.
Yeah, higher from the blue.
Dude, that is so good.
Thanks,
and so, walk me through the entire writing process on that one.
That's
You had to break up.
Yeah.
So you broke up, right?
Yeah. Okay. It's been a long time since I wrote that song. I think I wrote that song in like 2011. Really? Yeah, 2010, 2011, sometime in that.
But there's a reason if you wrote it that long ago that it made it to the EP. Because Thinking of You, where you said it was a staple, I think You'll Be Fine is one of those songs you'll probably be playing for a while.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I actually don't play it with this band.
Really?
Yeah, we don't play it. I think that's one of those songs, like, we played it with Rooks, and I believe we played it with the band after that. But yeah, with this band, I think we've kind of steered away from it.
But that is a Manuel the Band song, right? Because it was on the EP.
Yeah, I mean it's a song it's a song I wrote. It's a song that I recorded and moved forward with. But as far as like playing it live, thank you.
Yeah.
As far as like playing it with this band, I don't think it's really I guess clicked in the way that I've heard it before.
Okay.
And I think that's a testament to playing with Ryan and Brandon from Rook's Empire.
It's hard to bring the brass into that one, huh?
I mean,
I'm drifting.
Watch out.
Oh shoot! Tommy froze these.
Good. So I mean, yeah, I think that song is just always kind of being like one that's just like, right here. So. Yeah.
Well, now it's here too, man.
What's your favorite song that you've done so far that you're like the most proud of?
Probably, I think Casual Love. I think that's probably like...
He's like, Happy Birthday. It's been like my favorite.
Yeah.
Casual Love?
Casual Love. I don't think I've shown you guys. I'll show you that, guys. Or I'll show that to you guys.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll get a live in podcast session.
Sorry, those root beers are frozen.
But yeah, Casual Love, it was just kind of one of those songs that was just like, and just barfed out one night and just like,
it was like
came
how?
out. Yeah.
It was like how?
just.
That's cool, man. You just regurgitated. You're just in such a mood. You're just like, dude, I just got to get this out.
Yeah, it was exactly. It was very therapeutic to write. It's very honest. It's very real. It's just very like, Like this is it. Blah blah blah.
That's interesting though. You said therapeutic because
I was just gonna say the same thing.
You're writing music, and even though it's something deep, by putting it on a page, do you feel like you're pulling something out of yourself because a lot of times they say, oh yeah, you need to communicate, something, to other people if you're having a problem or it's a relationship. Right. Well, not only are you communicating it, but you're ready to tell the entire world through a song, man. So that is the ultimate communication almost. That is the ultimate therapy of whatever it is.
And it's funny, dude, because you said therapeutic, and Mitch and I have talked about in previous podcasts that us podcasting together is therapeutic for us.
Yeah, it really is.
It's so weird, man. It's like, even though what we're going through, no matter what we're doing, what we're talking about, as soon as these mics turn on, it's just like, we just go.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's
this has been therapeutic for me. It's a lot of fun to talk about.
It's awesome.
Yeah, because as you're writing the songs, I bet there's even bandmates that you have that have probably never even really asked you about what these songs are about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
they're like,
I think as of
tell
right
me
now,
what you're feeling, bro, right now. Like, tell me all your thoughts.
I think the six of us now have really developed a bond and a vibe where it really is like a small family.
That's where it's at,
and it's really cool. And I think we've come to a point now where George actually the other day we played a song and he was actually like, so what's going on with this song? Like, sounds pretty upsetting.
Talk about slit your wrist. It's a metaphor, dude. It means I like coffee.
You're not getting it. You're so not deep.
Some of these questions, bro.
And this was one of the newer songs, those two new songs that you guys were cutting?
Yeah. I mean, I think they're pretty obvious, like, when you hear them. At least I think. The thing with playing music live, too, is lyrics do get drowned out quite a bit, I think. Especially in like a live venue, and unless the sound guy, which we've been really fortunate to have really awesome sound guys, but unless the sound guy's on it, sometimes it just comes out like so you never really know what you're gonna get. So I hope that the lyrics get out, but if they don't, that's okay. I do enjoy playing acoustic shows from time to time because it does allow me to kind of get things out like that.
What is in your head before you go out on stage at night or day or whenever you go and perform these like songs? Like, what's going through your head? Are you nervous? Are you like excited? Or walk me through that process.
Yeah, I think it's funny.
He's nervous right now, man. Yeah. Look at him twitching his wrists.
Going back to shows. I usually get very, very nervous, especially because lately we've been doing a lot more competitions.
Yeah.
So those are very nerve-wracking. But yeah, so I'll get nervous. And I'm also, it's funny, like when I'm nervous, I'm very similar to when I'm drunk, because when I'm drunk, I'll tell everybody, dude, I'm so drunk right now. So when I'm nervous, I'll be like, yeah, I'm pretty nervous right now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a very similar feeling.
Hands get all clammy. And...
Yeah, I get jumpy too. Like I will physically like jump.
When you start playing, does it just kind of go away though?
Immediately goes away. Yeah. I would say it almost goes away like 3 or 4 minutes before we actually
That's
start.
how stand-up comedy is too.
Yeah, but, you pump yourself up.
I dabble in stand-up comedy, and before I would go up, I would like just be looking at my lines, thinking of what I was gonna say, and just like practice it in my head. And
delivery's everything in that too.
For sure.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then as soon as that light goes on, man, and like it's my cue, I'll just go up there and like I'm just kind of like. You kind of like zone out of your own head, and you just kind of go into like robot mode. You
step outside
and you're just like, and then afterwards you just feel like, dude, why was I so nervous? That was amazing. That was so much fun.
Yeah, you kill it.
Yeah.
And then there's nights where something goes wrong. And
you just eat dog shit.
Yeah, just.
You're playing. One guy was out of tune the entire show.
Those shows have happened, man.
Your cord wasn't plugged in the whole time.
We sounded sick. We couldn't hear a thing you were doing. There was no guitar that whole show.
You're just mouthing the song like.
Yeah. Why didn't any of you tell me?
Yeah, dude, you killed it. Yeah.
Give us some of your war stories, man. Like, let's talk about some of the fun stuff that's happened with your band.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the funny stuff,
Best times, worst times.
That you can look back now and say that's funny, but at the time was probably devastating to you.
But you also learned a lesson from it.
You guys are just humiliating.
Yeah, just totally,
Your mom's in the audience. Yeah, baby. He's like, God damn it, mom, why are you here?
Go, MG.
Ruins the whole show. Like, God, why is she here?
Yeah. Speaking of my mom, she has been the most supportive, awesome music mom ever.
Shout out to Miss MG.
Yeah. Pam? Miss Pam, yeah.
Pam, dude, I remember, man.
Yeah, Pam rocks.
She's super cool.
Nice.
She is very cool. Let's see, war stories. So, it was probably back in January. We played a show up at Mount High. And we were in the desert. We played a show in Indio, and we were driving from Indio to Mount High.
Welcome.
I was thinking the same thing, but I did not want to go
down that road, Tommy.
No, it's Indio. It's not India, it's Indio, you stupid asshole.
Manuel The Band.
Now take your slushy and get out.
Get out.
49.
We don't take EBT, okay, stupid.
2 for 1.
Get your poor ass out of here.
Are you coming to the show? 2 for 1 mix and match.
I'm gonna crowd surf your fucking show tonight.
Crowd surf.
That would be really funny to say.
Go Gandhi. Go Gandhi.
My wife has a
Right, let's move forward. Moving forward.
Anyway, yeah, so the show, we
Sniper!
were in the desert.
Okay.
Show went awesome. Got a call that morning, and at this show had kind of been planned out around, because we got some pretty good cash that was flowing in from those shows. So we were like, sweet, we're going to pay ourselves out. Awesome. So I get a call the next morning from Mount High, like, hey, there's a blizzard happening.
So they're all stoned.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, by the way, dude, there's so much snow right now.
Much snow. They were super nice, actually. They were awesome. But I got that phone call that was like, we're probably not going to have you play. And I'm like, shit. Like, so,
I'm on the way with no chance.
Yeah, right? So I'm calling them, not answering. Call, not answering message. Trying to call somebody who can get me to this one person.
Yeah.
Which no one happens to know. Or I remember someone told me like, oh yeah, she doesn't work here anymore.
Yeah.
What do you mean she doesn't work here? I just called her. Anyways, about like a couple hours later, I get a call back. She's like, good news. Like, I had never been calling her this whole time. She's so calm about it. She's like, good news. Like, the blizzard's gone. We can, you guys can come up and play. We're like, nice. Sweet. So we get up there and play. Blizzard's not gone.
Blizzard's not.
It's
like a
freezing.
complete whiteout.
Rock show.
It's like 20 degrees.
It's just the
Dude,
staff
that's good
at the
for a
venue.
live album, though, and you know it.
God, it was so cold. I've never played in weather like that before. None of us had.
All 4 people are waiting for you.
Dude, and so the thing with George, too, on the pedal steel is there's 3 pedals. George can't play with boots on, so he has to play barefoot, like, or with socks on.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's like 20 degrees with a wind chill. So it's like 5 degrees. It's just ridiculous. The horns, Richard's horn kept like freezing up.
It's getting all horny.
Yeah, it's getting all horny, right? And he actually stepped in a puddle. So he was freezing. They gave us one.
He was freezing.
Yeah, it was.
He was dying of
So the band's like,
his lips are stuck to it, just like in that movie.
But it was like we played for about 2 hours and just.
It was just a disaster. Or?
The thing was, it wasn't a disaster because I think we all were just kind of like, but we got through it, and I think as a band, like we definitely got. Like we that's to us to this day, it's like a funny moment. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
looking back at it.
Yeah, it was probably we
Look
probably didn't
back
sound
at
that
it.
great.
Look
Like,
back at it.
Yeah, it's a war story. Yeah, we were
That's
down in the
awesome.
trenches, and we managed to pull through together. So
Those are just things you have to do when you're on tour, man.
Yeah, and that was a cool little mini tour. It was a lot of fun.
Do you guys have like the classic
when I was on
van
tour
band story?
at
Or,
Universal
like, every
Studios,
band, band has a van. So like, do you guys have like a story where the wheel fell off or you flipped your van?
So unfortunately, we haven't been able to put a van into the band budget.
Okay.
So we usually like caravan.
Put like free candy on the side of it.
Yeah, right. Please. No bad transporting stories. At least not yet. I'm sure there'll be some to come. But
just make one up.
Yeah, right. Wheel fell off. We all died. Came back to life.
Okay, categorize it real quick.
Legends.
Sorry.
But yeah, nothing. I think the Mount High gig was pretty insane.
What do you feel has been your best venue where you're just like, dude, I absolutely just murdered that?
Where were you feeling it the most?
I think actually, at least for me, it's funny because I feel
like right now on this podcast, dude,
I have been killing it right now.
No.
I think it's so funny because I feel like having a show where everybody can hear themselves it just doesn't happen very often. There's always someone who says, like, I couldn't hear a thing. But yet they played perfect. Like, you're just like, Richard, you couldn't hear anything? Nothing. Well, you hit everything. Whatever, dude. Oh.
I'm just awesome like that, dude.
But he is.
MBD.
Like, they all are. But I think, at least for me personally, the most, like, I guess gig where I was like, I hit everything was probably the last aquarium gig, the night dive. Because the speaker was just blasting in front of me.
Does that help?
Yeah, when you can hear your own vocals, you can kind of...
You're like, oh.
Yeah, just like...
You're the new yodeling kid?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, a yodeling kid.
But yeah, hearing yourself is essential, so I got to hear myself that show. So that was nice for me.
Yeah.
But, we're really, really lucky because I think we've played as musicians, whether in this band or individually, or because everybody in this band has other projects too. That's kind of the cool thing about it is if they're not practicing,
like science projects.
It really is. Yeah, science projects. They're building rockets.
Bunsen burners. Yeah.
But everybody has something else that they're doing, and it's really cool because then we come together. And I think all those things kind of like, they stick to you.
Everybody brings their own, like, energy.
Yeah, their own funk.
Yeah.
And that's really
what makes it cool.
So, for me, the night dive, I think, was probably, like, the most, like, the gig where I was like, I crushed it tonight. So.
Have you ever had a moment where you guys are playing a song, you're staying in the same key, and then, like, maybe you start... in a way, writing on stage or something kind of just off the cuff happened and you guys just kept going with it and the crowd was into it.
Yeah.
Something
happy
impromptu.
Birthday.
Yeah. Killed Happy Birthday.
I absolutely murdered it for Jen. You're welcome, Jen. Your 72th birthday.
Good birthday, Billy. This one's for you.
She got 3 teeth. One of them's in her pocket.
Do the bro hymn. Whoa! Pennywise.
Yeah. I think so when we go down to the desert, we play at this place called the Big Rock, and the Big Rock is awesome. They're always so nice to us, so kind. They always treat us so well. Excuse me. And the stage there is awesome. The sound guy, he knows us. He knows what our sound is. He knows what we like, what we don't like.
Free Perrier. Yeah.
Free Perrier. Lots
of Perrier.
So much Perrier.
Extra applesauce.
But that show, we actually did a cover of Rolling in the Deep by Adele.
Nice, dude.
That's a song.
It got into this like really like kind of period where, because we'd only rehearsed it a couple times. And we're like, yeah, fuck it, let's play it.
Yeah.
And then it kind of got to this middle section. We were just like... okay, well, I don't know what we're doing. So we kind of like hung on this chord, and I just kind of sang the verses over, and it got into this like trippy psychedelic disco sound, and the crowd was just like, "Yeah, I'll get down to this."
Yeah,
we got down to it, and for some reason,
your Molly's kicking in.
I love this guy.
But all of a sudden, like the song, we just kind of like
everybody's just feeling it,
and then they brought it back into the chorus, and it was just like this uniform like. For some reason, we all read each other really well. And
just gives everyone goosebumps.
Like, yeah, and it was just like, we didn't really plan it. It just happened.
That's so rad. Man.
It was super cool. So, and again, that's, like, I think I say this a lot.
Those are those hashtag feels moments.
Yeah, there really feels, and just testaments to how good all these guys really are. Like, they are so in tune with what they're playing, what everyone else is playing. You not only hear yourself. I mean, it's important you hear yourself, but it's also important that you hear what everybody else is playing at the same time. I think when you kind of figure out how to balance that out, like, man, that's a dangerous musician right there.
Yeah.
So.
And then just everything's just kind of spinning in the right direction. You're just like, all right.
Yeah.
Just in a good mood, good feel.
Yeah, good mood, good feel.
Do you guys drink before you guys go on stage and kind of like perform?
Yeah, before, during, and after. It's usually
during.
Yeah, during. Yeah, there's
it's on the piano, like your Freddie Mercury.
Sing us a song.
Axl Rose.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I would say, I definitely like a couple beers, but
because I know like with comedy, I was only able to drink maybe like 1 beer and then go and do my thing.
Yeah.
Because then you just sound. I felt I wasn't remembering, or I wasn't as fast. But that one would just take off the edge.
It does.
And then
absolutely.
Just kind of good to go. But anything after that, like 2 IPAs or something, you're just like, it just sound dumb. Yeah. And then I would record myself always on my phone and like listen to it, and like I'm like, you sound stupid. So let's keep it down to one brew.
Yeah. I would say like it probably starts off with maybe a beer, maybe 2 beforehand. And then throughout the night, maybe another 2, and then afterward you can do what you want.
Yeah.
But I would say you just drink and you figure out your limit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome, man. So what's next for you guys? Like you guys are like you just played that pretty big show in Long Beach. What's like the next big one for you guys? Do you guys plan out your calendar for like a year out, or like or how does that work?
Yeah, we have a Google Calendar and it's packed right now. We have some pretty cool, really big shows coming up. So we just got 2 weeks off, so we didn't have anything. So it's been kind of nice to just not have a pressure of we need to figure this out now.
Yeah.
It's been nice to just kind of solidify some new original stuff that we really like.
How do you line up when you release something and when you write something? Do you always wait until it's been recorded and released officially to play it, or do you play it to gauge the audience's reaction and then say this is one we need to record?
The latter, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
We definitely, I mean, I guess it kind of, I mean, that as well as like how we feel about it. Definitely like, hey, the crowd was digging this, but we're really digging this.
Yeah.
Let's record it.
How do you get all, or do you guys even like work on your I don't know who runs your social media. Do you guys like how do you put yourself out there so like everybody that heard you that night
do you even
goes and like adds you or like
just kidding.
Shut up, Denny's. All right.
Here, let me answer that question. I just gotta pee so bad.
All right, dude. Yeah, go.
Handle it. We'll talk shit about him when he leaves.
Manuel The Band is using our bathroom. He's probably writing a song in there like right now.
I'm taking a shit.
Hey, by the way,
it's very.
Manuel, is that lever is broken, so just piss in it and then call it a day.
Okay.
You gotta flip the handle back up.
He's probably weighing himself.
Or it just runs all day like.
Yeah. It's just it's
like a Kenyan
it's on it's on the to be fixed list.
Yeah. Mitchell's the handyman in the house.
Yeah, I'm doing all the plumbing, washer, freaking that clogged ass drain. Dude, that was a freaking pain in the ass, man.
Which one?
The one in the kitchen? Or no, the one in the bathroom that MG's in.
The back
that was
shower.
That was right when we moved in, dude. And that freaking drain was like, clogged up. You remember all the? I freaking lost a pair of shoes to that drain because of that Drano that you bought.
Your brand new shoes you got for Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was laughing at with Ivy? I was like, look at Mitch yesterday. You were out there mowing the yard.
Oh, sweating.
In your sandals.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, he's trying to get a Brian Haas toe right now.
Yeah.
And then she was like, what? And I was like, never mind.
Wait, were you guys watching me work outside?
No, we were like cleaning the house or whatever. But you.
I noticed because I don't think I've done dishes since I've been here.
No, we do the dishes. This is fine.
But then it's just kind of like an unspoken agreement.
But Ivy always.
I do all the yard work.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then you guys.
It's a good workout. And Ivy's like, she's like, you guys haven't done the dishes since last weekend. Your brother's burrito's been stuck to this plate for a week. She was just like,
I haven't even noticed.
Sorry about that, babe.
A dirty burrito.
Yeah, disgusting.
Yeah, that's band food right there.
I know.
Tell us about your guys' late night eats. So are you guys still hitting Denny's, or it's 2 or 3 in the morning?
How are you guys not overweight?
You guys, are you making quesadillas at your pad now or what?
No, we're having our first band lunch.
We eat crack. It's not a big deal.
Luncheon?
Yeah,
we're having a luncheon.
Yeah. We have a show next Thursday.
Principal will be there.
Yeah, exactly. My department head. He's awesome, actually.
All the 6th grade teachers, put your hands up. All the 7th grade teachers, put your hands up. If you in 12th grade, put your hands up.
Yeah, we have our first lunch.
History! I'm kidding.
But really. Next Thursday we have a show at Dominguez Hills for they have a festival.
My alma mater, man.
What's that?
That's where I graduated.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Back in the day.
Dominguez
Hills.
I was
too busy. You're like, sorry, I was too busy at Chapman to notice the peasants.
I was too busy with other cool people.
You're playing to them now, dude. That's tight, man. Well, I remember that festival that you were actually playing back when I was there.
Unity Fest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get some Chapman shows.
Yeah, dude. Very progressive, MG. That's
progressive.
Very progressive.
I imagine they pay well.
Tears don't fall, bullet from my own.
That's right, dude. A couple Linkin Park covers, you'll be fine.
Put up some guyliner.
So we're doing at least I hope so.
How many songs do they let you play?
I have no idea. I really, honestly, that's...
Have you been to the school before?
Yeah. 3 of the guys in the band go to that school.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Kevin, Richard, and
What's
Brandon.
up, Catholic Church of Bellflower?
So they all go to Dominguez Hills. And then, so we're going to have some lunch after that show. And I gotta go.
They got a bar right on campus and a restaurant.
Oh, yeah. I've been to the bar. It's a good time.
That's the only place. I've never been to the class, but I've been to the bar.
And then Friday we're playing at the Hotel Cafe with a guy named Eric Korn. He's the man. He actually he just
is he from
mixed.
Korn?
He's got cornrows?
He's from Korn, yes. Spell with K.
Eric Korn.
Nah, he's the man. He actually just mixed Strong Independent Woman, or he's going to, and then he mixed Casual for us, and it came out awesome. Really, really awesome.
And these are your songs. So Strong Independent Woman and Casual, which we haven't talked about those because those weren't on the EP that I was reviewing. Oh yeah, so let's just close up this whole EP review. And I like how it went.
Yeah.
We reviewed a song. Tommy asked a million questions. I review a song. Last one, I want to really hit on this EP. Hope You Would.
Yeah.
A song about I felt unconditional love, your of acceptance and an unsure future. You don't know where this is gonna go, but you just tell us more about that.
Yeah, that's just I guess kind of just a song about putting walls up and yet hoping you I don't know, just being in a relationship, but not having the walls be not being completely.
You don't know where it's going, but
what's the song called?
Hoped you would.
Hope you would have like paid this bill, or
hope
you would have covered your side of the rent.
Hope you would come over tonight.
Yeah.
The panty dropper.
Panty dropper. Yeah. Yeah. That's just about being in a relationship, just not being completely vulnerable.
Yeah, probably the most straightforward song.
Very much.
I felt like it was the most straightforward song.
You seem to be a very honest and open individual.
Yeah. I don't see a point in lying or. I guess keeping the walls up about stuff like this. I'm writing about it. So you guys are listening to it.
Yeah.
Not like keeping the walls up like Trump.
Yeah. I mean,
keep them down.
Yeah. That's
I
just
cool,
appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate this. This is awesome.
Yeah, man.
I've never done anything like this, so this was a real treat to be invited to come and do. So thank you guys.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to you two.
Dude, of course, man. It's a blast, man. Like I said, you're our second guest, and. You know, after John LaFolle, I actually feel like
second best.
So that's tight, man. So when can we expect to hear your new songs?
Casual. Excuse me. That'll be dropping within the next month.
What networks are you guys on?
Networks?
Like, are you like on iTunes or like iTunes?
Like everything.
Okay.
Spotify, Apple Music. I think we're on Amazon Music. I've never even used Amazon Music.
Yeah.
So.
Who's running all that?
I mean, I distribute everything through a site.
Okay, we do the same thing.
And you are the Instagram you're the Instagram user that uses the Manuel
The IG guy, yeah, that's me.
Okay,
that's me. I'm
He's like the
I
sexiest guy.
I wonder if I should message his phone number from 8 years ago. I should message.
That's me too.
Or if I should message, yeah.
Well, just get a hold of my manager, dude. Yeah. Come on.
It's so funny too because Instagram, like when you're doing anything promotional, it's always like post. Like always make sure people know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Thing is, like sometimes I just don't have anything to say, so I feel like I have to kind of say stuff. But I think the coolest compliment I've got on that is the people who know me and like as friends or as coworkers, they say they read it and they're like, I can hear your voice and like your jokes and your sarcasm.
That's cool.
And that is cool. That's really cool when people can like recognize like. Yeah, I know.
I can hear you saying this.
You can hear the intonations of the voice. You can hear like
that's right.
What's funny, what's not. And then the people that don't know me, I just hope it comes off okay. Some of the things on there, I'm just like
I totally heard that in your voice, even though I've never heard it.
I totally know what he said.
He speaks to me.
Dude, yeah, man, that's cool. Anytime you haven't worked with somebody before, you're just like, what's gonna happen? So
yeah.
Tommy's like, wait, what should I expect? You know, who's this guy? You know, like that's coming over to our house. You know.
Yeah, I was like,
who is he?
Give me the background. He's just this good-looking guy, dude. Don't even trip, dude.
Yeah, don't worry about it. He's got a Flock of Seagulls haircut. It's
Flock of Seagulls, dude. Yeah.
He's got that Justin Bieber haircut, dude. It's no big deal.
Dude, so all right, so do we get to hear? I'm actually pretty happy with all the material we got. So
this is great.
I want to hear. I know MG brought his guitar, and it was funny because I asked him. He's like, "What should I bring?" I was like, dude, what are you going to bring? Some snacks? What do you want to bake us a pie?
Some goldfishes?
I was like,
snack bag?
Ants on a log?
Yeah, man.
I brought Lunchables! Crackers and cheese.
I just said, dude, bring your guitar. But I always know, like, dude, with musicians, it's like, I was like, I have a Les Paul here, and I have an acoustic, and I was like, but if you want to bring...
It's from Mexico.
And he's just like, MG says, he goes, I'll bring my own guitar. It's a musician. You know? Like, your oils are on those strings, right?
So gross, yeah. No, yeah, it's I don't know, like, I feel like when, I don't know, you get to know your instrument. It's kind of becomes part of you, so you just kind of know how it works and operates.
Dude, and what kind of guitar are you playing now?
I have a Yamaha 12-string that I play with 6 strings.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I've had it since 2008.
Like 6-string, like it's a crazy offbeat guitar.
So insane.
It's a 7-string or a 12-string. That's cool though.
Yeah, it's
who decides all the
tones
tones
that
you guys are playing with?
36 string. It's pretty sick.
Who's deciding all the tones and the mixing and because a lot of the guitar tones like I talked about the guitar solo at the end of "Fucked It With You," which I felt like had a lot of the. I really liked it. You know, I really liked the tone that you got out of that song. With
it was good.
It brought to me what I remember hearing in not exactly stylistically, but the same tone as like November Rain or Estranged from Guns N' Roses. You know, just a really not super heavy sounding, but something definitely that you know, it's a flanger, you know.
Yeah, that's all Alan. That was his solo at the end there. So like all the tone, like I said,
we're interviewing the wrong guy right now.
Yeah, you want to talk to Alan right now.
Go back to Vermont.
Alan was the guy who it's funny too, like when we're recording, even the other day, he was like, do you mind if while you're playing that, while we're recording that part, I mess around with your pedals?
Yeah.
So there's actually parts of the song while recording where the pedals are being like changed and things and sounds and tones are being differentiated throughout that recording process.
That's cool.
So he's really experimental with that stuff.
But he's got a good ear.
Absolutely, yeah. Alan has a fantastic ear.
He's like deaf in one ear. I can't hear it. This way. Maybe it's not good this way.
Exactly.
It's based on Eddie Money. No, I always like to ask musicians what are their guilty pleasures of music. Like, so are you behind the scenes listening to Eddie Money or like a little bit of Boingo or tell me
I really love Eminem.
Tell me about your guilty pleasures, dude.
You know that song?
That's not a guilty pleasure.
What's that song? You know that song by Hot Shell Ray? Is that the band?
What is it? Which one?
La, whatever. La.
It's like Friday.
Yeah. Like
gotta get down.
I can't help
Rebecca
it.
Black. Dude.
Oh god.
Yodeling Kid.
Do you still ever buy? Do you ever buy tangible media anymore? Do you buy music on CDs and vinyl or anything like that?
From time to time. I mean, Spotify, like I pay for it monthly, so
right.
I guess
it's a whopping $10.
Yeah, you want to call that tangible? I guess
that's what you would spend on one record, though. You know, for in a month.
Yeah, I mean,
now you have everything.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And it's funny too, like how that money is like kind of distributed, like because you can see it on the site I used to distribute. It kind of shows you where the money came from.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, you got like 1/6 of a penny from this. And it's like,
balling out of control, bitches.
Yeah.
Pop bottles.
So it's
just
funny.
The baby bottles though.
But yeah, I guess Spotify is really where I listen to a lot of music. That's really where a lot of it comes from.
I use Pandora.
I haven't used Pandora. I used to use Pandora quite a bit. But not as much.
Yeah, but there's more control with I think. With
and
Spotify.
then I heard
paid $10.
I heard what's that other company? I heard radio is like going under. They're a huge platform.
I heard radio.
It's radio on demand.
Yeah.
Is that 106?
It's basically streaming
like
AM
free,
and FM through Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Yeah, nothing applies to you guys. But
Yes.
have you guys released?
I heard Eynon Brothers podcast.
Do you guys have you guys actually released a CD or is it just through the
through that?
Through
Yeah.
Spotify and
it's funny. I feel like that's the big debate is like whether or not you get like an actual like physical CD and bring it to shows. I think we should. We just haven't.
When did you guys kick off merchandise? Because I saw the Instagram thing, and I think I was like, you took a photo. I think you were visiting like
Pam took a photo.
Yeah, of your family's house. What was it? Wristbands or like what did
shirts?
you?
Yeah, we got shirts. We got shirts. We got pins. We got
tight.
stickers.
Stickers.
We're in a band.
That's so sick, man.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. It's really cool. The shirts, I think, was the coolest thing. I don't know if it's the design that we'll keep, but for right now, it's something that we can say is ours, and it has our name on it, and that's what we're excited about. So
how come, if you don't mind me asking, how come on the "You'll Be Fine" EP cover it was just you and not the band?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think it was because it was something that I was pushing.
But to be fair, it wasn't your face. It was the back of your head.
You
were sitting on a bench, and it could have been anybody.
Could have been.
But I knew who it was. And I was like, that's Manny.
Or do you?
Yeah.
It's Matt Damon. Yeah, I don't know. I think at the time, it's just something
Matt
that
Damon.
I wanted to... Yeah, Matt Damon.
I just watched a movie with him, Downsizing, yesterday, where he gets...
I saw that!
Where he just gets shrunk, and he's like, shaves his eyebrows. Dude, all right, we got to explain that, because we've been doing that in the entire podcast. So... When back in 2009, when I first met MG and we talked about, like
wait, who's MG?
He was at the
I don't know that guy.
at the junior college. I did a short web series where MG actually played a band member in the show. We were in an 80s metal band, and MG, I was like, hey, do you want to be in the show? It's called Metal Tooth. He was in the episode. You can still find it. Type in on YouTube Metal Tooth The Breakup. And then you'll find MG.
All 7 viewers.
Yeah, and it's MG plays the bassist, and but. Basically, we're a British band, and we would always like after we were in between takes talk. We would just be mean to each other, like, you're a dirty little rat. No one would ever love you. You're just a piece of dirt rat. And then it would just always end with and pop.
It always reminded me of what was his name? Finch.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Or Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates, dude.
But I always
dirty black teeth. Pop.
Yeah, just gross. But I always thought of Finch from Harry Potter, the janitor, the custodian of Hogwarts.
Oh, jeez.
Never watched
cat. Oh, he has a
with
cat.
the rat looking guy.
He's like, I don't know.
I just started watching the series because my girlfriend's having me go through like all
yeah,
of them.
because she's obsessed.
She is obsessed.
Look out for Finch because he's like the custodian.
When you say Finch, I'm thinking of the band.
The band?
Oh no!
What it is to burn.
Yeah, he's like the custodian of Hogwarts. He's always cleaning shit up, and he's just like,
Harry Potter, what are you doing?
It's just dirty black teeth.
Yeah, it's really gross. Yeah,
no one could ever love it.
It's not right.
Bring me my Taco Bell. My Taco Bell. He's got like one yellow corn on the cob too. Just like, don't you know that no one in this family ever loved you?
Just dirty cheese teeth.
Bought as a slave for this family. You dirty, worthless little rat.
Little whore.
So aggressive.
Believe it or not, we used to do that for hours.
Don't listen to the early podcast.
Oh, dude. We used to do that forever, man. And I honestly, it was just me and you really in on that. You know?
Yeah, I thought it was
when we were recording that, I was like,
good inside jokes.
That was like the only thing that stuck around. But good times, man. Good times. I say we have in the studio jam session.
Okay.
Personally, I would like to hear live is You'll Be Fine if you remember how to play it. I know you said you don't play it that much live anymore.
I haven't played. Honestly, I haven't
either
played
that or your favorite song.
Yeah.
I
if you guys don't mind, I'll probably just play Strong
like Happy
Indie,
Birthday or
Strong Indie or Casual, either one.
Yeah, it's something new. And then do you want to play something off the EP as well, or just do you want to kick it off?
Happy Birthday
new?
in Spanish.
Let's go, Jen.
We could just do your new, like a brand new EP right now, dude.
We could just make a song right now.
The Eynon Brothers Sessions, dude. The Manuel The Band, the Eynon Brothers Sessions live EP,
first
$9.95, dude.
His first hip hop song, ladies and gentlemen.
We're making money on this, dude.
We actually do have a hip hop guy that comes in. He plays keys. His name is Thomas Da Vinci. He's the man.
That's a freaking awesome name.
Thomas Da Vinci?
That's his name.
Thomas Da Vinci?
That's his stage name. His real name is Thomas.
Is he white?
No, he is African American.
Okay,
come on.
Yeah, what's up?
But he's the man. He
has a Da Vinci.
No. But he is the man. He is very, very talented hip hop artist. Got some sweet lyrics. I think, and we sing together.
That's cool when you can kind of like custom to different
like,
like,
I got
genres.
A PhD. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's a PhD? Opposed to hated degree?
You have to ask him. But yeah, he's awesome dude. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I think just because of the fact that we're about to drop these 2 new songs, I'll do one of those.
Drop it like
cool.
it's hot.
Yeah.
Drop
that's
like
alright
it's
with
hot.
you guys. So.
Well, cool, man. Let's do like
let's
a live
Let's hear it,
song.
We're anxious.
Let everybody listening to this the podcast.
Do we have a shaker? Are we coming out?
We can hear like a live song from our guest, who's awesome. And
I wish that we could have heard it before, so I could like ask questions about it. Like maybe we'll just ask him like, what is this one about?
I'm gonna ask you a question.
How many strings you like to play?
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay. So MG is back. He's gonna play us a new song. MG, give us the title of your new song, and if you could tell us a little bit about the song before you play it.
This one's called.
It's for my bitches down my house. I'll stop.
No, I love it. This one's called. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, this one's called Casual Love. Just about
Casual love.
Yes,
It's very casual.
Very cash. So cash.
So cash.
So yeah.
And a 1. Go for it.
I've been told that you're just a wanderer. No, come and go wherever you like. But you know that I know that your interest is pondering. No casual love between you and I. Crushing by, you flatter the concept, though. You and I, caught in your sheets, but when I see your eyes, oh, oxygen's out to breathe, oh. Casual loving ain't for more in disguise. But go ahead and ride me down when you're hurt. But I'm the type of love you write in pencil. erase my trace. Remember how you said it wasn't worth the chase, 'cause we were just casual. Yeah, we were just casual love. So tell me now, you know where we're going, no. The rules are rules, ain't no strings on these odds. Who knows, maybe you'd like stop all you're wandering, no. Find yourself wanting more than we got. But go ahead and write me down or win your heart. No. But I'm the type of love you write in pencil marks. And then in times when you're alone, you go ahead and erase my trace. Remember how you said it wasn't worth the chase, 'cause we were just casual. Yeah, we were just casual love. Oh no, I said no. Oh no, I said no. Oh no, I said no. Oh no, I say oh no. Oh no.
Dug it? Yeah, dude. Actually, the levels were perfect too on it, man.
Oh, I'm glad.
That was like perfect, like a perfect 3-minute song too.
Yeah,
right
that's
at 3 minutes.
Thank you. I'm glad you dug it.
Dude, that was rad.
It sounds.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me play it.
I'm glad you played it on that guitar too, man, because I could tell that was meant for the Yamaha that you have.
Yeah, because Camp Snoopy guitar.
The plastic love. No. Cheap. You know, dude, great song. Thank you for closing out our podcast. Thank you for coming out today. You were honestly like, it was great having you.
Yeah, this is
thank you.
Awesome podcast,
this is smooth.
I had a great time being here. This is a lot of fun. You guys are doing. This is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
obviously, you guys really care about this, and it comes through. So
tell everyone where they can find you. Where you know.
Yeah.
On Instagram?
Manuel The Band. You can check it out on Instagram. You can check it out if you want a website. You can check it out there. We have a whole website. It has show dates and pictures and stuff.
What's the website?
ManuelTheBand.com.
Okay.
There it is.
Spotify. It's all under Manuel The Band. Facebook. Everything is pretty uniform under just Manuel The Band.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Yeah.
Well, dude, thank you for coming out, man. You're
Thank
more
you
than
guys.
welcome to come back anytime.
Yeah.
Please come back. Yeah. Let us know how those recordings go and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. That was Manuel The Band playing live in our studio. Thank
Cue
you so
the
much.
kids. Cue the kids.
Thank you for tuning in again. And you know what? We'll be back next week, probably. Tommy's probably. By the time you're hearing this, Tommy's on his vacation. He's gone in Thailand. So. We'll be back soon. Maybe I'll do a podcast by myself called Home Alone. Who knows? Maybe we'll have MG back.
Solo cast.
Yeah, maybe we'll have MG come and play a few songs on the podcast. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. But thank you for tuning in. It's been honestly probably for me one of the most fun podcasts we've done.
This is fun. It was
a little blast. I say, all right, let's head out of here, go to the man cave, and call it a day.
Yeah.
I love you guys. Hey, and don't forget, if you got a bone to pick, call the Eynon Brothers podcast, because Tommy and I were always here listening to your calls that you guys send us messages and everything like that. You got a girlfriend that just dumped you, you're sad, you're in a relationship that ain't working out, you hate the Eynon Brothers, you don't like what we're talking about, call us and tell us and leave us. You don't like MG, call us and tell us. You love MG, call and leave him a message.
What's the number, Rich? What's the number?
Because we're going to play your messages right here on the Eynon Brothers podcast, and you know it. So if that is you and that is your case, and notice how much I'm really stretching this out while I look up this number. The number, all right, here it is. It is 562-461-9016. Committed to memory, people, just like I am. God bless you. God bless you guys.
Thanks, Scott, for listening.
Wait,
sing like a totally
Wait, are they actually still listening? Dude, are they actually still tuned in?
I don't know.
Well, maybe we can get MG to play us one more song.
That's a little harsh. Sing your dirtiest song. Dirty son of a bitch.
So filthy.
I wanna put it in your ass. Gonna cut that out.
It's already cut out.
She says she's strong and independent woman, got a life hidden up her sleeve. Like a tattoo, no meaning to you, just something for her. She gonna spend the rest of the day trying to find out all that she needs, but she don't need you, so don't be a fool and try to stay away. Oh no. Oh no, no, oh no, no, oh no, no, no. I guess I got a reason, always needing to discover the right things to say. Cause when I'm with her, I mess up my words when she looks my way. I'm the type of guy who doesn't sigh when I find out she's perfect for me. When there's hope, there's no choice, I run and avoid, so steer clear from me. But we both know how this goes. I'll get cold feet, and just like them, we'll do it again and say I'm sorry, because I don't know what I want. I only see options. Fucked up, but I got so give it to you. Oh, and I know who you are, so just tell me who you are when you let me know. Oh, you let me know. Oh, you let me know. Oh, so let me know, so I can let you go. When I find out that you and I could be or something after all. But sometimes I look at you and I get scared when I realize that life ain't fair, no. So please don't come to me with all your thinking that you're gonna be the one who's gonna change it for me. Cause you won't like what I got, don't give me no shot and see what you think when your heart's on the brink of making or breaking. Oh, I let you fall. And sometimes you look at me, you get scared when you realize that you might care, no. So baby, just go, we already know what I'll say. Cause we both know how this goes. I'll get cold feet, and just like then we'll do it again and say I'm sorry, because I don't know what I want. I only see options, it's so fucked up, but I got so give it to you. Oh, and I know who you are, well just tell me who you are, yeah. But ain't what you don't have, no. It's me inside my words that got you on this chase. And it ain't what you ain't got, no. It's me inside my head that's all in out of place. But we both know how this goes. I'll get cold feet, it's just like them, do it again and say I'm sorry. We both know how this goes. I'll get cold feet, and just like them, we'll do it again and say I'm sorry, because I don't know what I want. I only see options, it's so fucked up, but I got so give it to you. Oh, and I know who you are, well just tell me who you are,
yeah.
yeah.
Awesome, dude. I actually like the second one more.
Thanks, man.
I like the encore
That was
more,
a
dude.
really, really good song, bro.
Thanks, man.
Like, Jesus Christ. Christ, you can freaking sing, bro.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was
Dude, there was a chance that we almost didn't have him play that song on our podcast. Why would you say you? They're both great.
Yeah.
But the second
You
one.
like that one more? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because we're gonna drop that one second. So.
Okay.
So
it's a little build up and then it gets better.
Let's do happy birthday now. Dude, that was beautiful, dude. Thank you for playing that for us. Like,
hey, our
I'll sing in a Vietnamese accent.
Actually, yeah. Hey, can you do a freestyle so Tommy can do his Asian voice?
Oh yeah.
Go. Go, Tommy.
Let me tell you something. Something that I ate today. It was duffel soup. Delicious. The soup was so hot, like your mother.
We're done. We're done. We're done. Bye, everybody.